Good day, good people, and welcome back to my channel. Now, tonight's video, I'm not going to hold you guys for that long, but there are definitely some things I would like to get into. But before we get into all that, if you're not subscribed to this channel, hit that subscription button, hit that notification button and bell so you can be notified every time I'm dropping a video. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and as always, drop a comment in that comment section. Now, let's get to tonight's video. Now, like I said, in today's video, I'm not going to hold you guys for that long, but there are definitely some things I would like to get into. And we're talking about this situation with Al B. Sure and Quincy. Now, listen, him and Quincy have been, well, probably not at the today, but him and Quincy, Al B. Sure and Quincy have been basically kicking it. They have been, getting closer as in a relationship with one another. And to be honest with you, in an interview that Quincy had, I believe it was last week that I saw that interview that he had, people were asking him, you getting back cool with your dad, Al B. Sure, blah, blah, blah. Like, how is that? And to tell you the truth, when Quincy gave this little breakdown and was like, I'm not looking at him to be like my father or be like a father figure. We're more of homeboys. I kind of got that, and I was like, well, duh, I would think that too. No disrespect to Al, but you didn't raise that boy. Like, let's just keep it a band. Diddy and Kim Porter raised him. And allegedly, Al B. Sure has another child out there that, doesn't seem that he has a relationship really with either. But I thought that for them to go to this White House event, that was just last week or even the week before that, and I did a video on that too. I thought that for them to do that, and then I don't know if he got his, bridges in a bunch, or he was a little bit PO'd with what Quincy has said on that interview about them being homeboys. But he came out, and it was posted up on his stories, and basically he reposted a video where it had his son, Quincy. It had Diddy. It had the girl who Diddy allegedly claimed that he, adopted or whatever. And the caption on this picture, I'm going to make sure the video is posted so that way you guys can see. But the caption on it was like, Quincy in the back was Stockholm victim, syndrome or something like that. And then on the side, you see it says free Quincy. And then it says like dad or pops loves you or something like that. And honestly, if I was Quincy, hell, if I'm myself and I seen this would have pee me oh, okay? Because first of all, I just started kicking it with you, bruh. You haven't been around my whole life. And to be honest with you, as much as people want to say, oh, well, Kim kept the kid away and Kim did this and that, did Al B. Sure ever try to take Kim to court? Did Al B. Sure ever try to take Diddy to court for his son? Al B. Sure didn't try to take anybody to court. Al B. Sure still had his looks going on for him or what he thought. And Al B. Sure was still out there in them streets. He let the mama go ahead and take his son, okay? You want to play with the next man? Go on ahead. It's cool. That's what he allowed to happen. Because as quiet as it's kept, we can keep saying, well, Kim did that. Kim did have a big hand in where her son grew up at and stuff like that. But in the same breath, Al B wasn't looking for Quincy. He was not. Let's just keep it a buck. He wasn't looking for that boy. At the end of the day, Al B was doing what was best for him. And at the end of the day, I'm not sure if Al B was scared about what was going on, but that's what I think. I think that Al B Sure was very fearful. I think that he, knew that something more, could have happened to him. And I think that he just knew more than what we think that he knows. He knew what was really going on with this relationship between Kim and Diddy. I'm pretty sure he had some type of insight or at least if he didn't have no insight, let's just say that Kim didn't tell him anything, okay? Let's just say that that's the truth. If Kim didn't tell him anything, I'm pretty sure that he's heard things around the industry, what's going on with this man. And to be honest with you, Al B. Sure, I think that it's quite I can't say the word, but it's be like, I'll say that. It's be like of you to come out here and to put up this post about your son who you're just now getting back cool with when he didn't have to be like this. You want your son back so bad, you didn't have to give him, he didn't have to be gone in the first place. I think that this is a big ass Al B. Sure problem that needs to be handled. You did your son, you did your son wrong. You allowed him to be with someone who, you know, you heard wasn't no good things about. And to be honest with you, I know Al heard them stories about what was going on to Kim, and you still allowed her to have your son around him. Like I said, you should have did way more than what you're doing. And right now, I'm just going to tell you like this. This post that you posted up, all it's going to do is piss him off. All it's going to do is make him run the opposite direction. He's not going to be cool with you. This is just going to piss him off and make him even more upset. You should have done what you had time to do when you had the time to do it, Al. But coming out and talking about your son, and I know you really, to the rest of the world, is you talking about your son. And I get it. You're not really talking about your son. You just want him to know that he can come home. But I just want you to know that you should have told your son that he can come home years ago when Kim kept dealing with this, the diddler. And even when you saw like they was together in the beginning and they kind of stopped or whatever, because she did have a couple of breaks from this brother. But at what point do you go, you know what, Kim, my son can't be around this brother or whatever? And then what point do you get yourself right to where you can take care of your son and then he don't even have to be around this man? He could have been spending summers with you, years with you. He could have went to school with you or whatever the case may be, especially if you would have stressed to Kim and been like, listen, I don't want my son seeing this. We know what was going on, and you for damn sure know what's going on. You saw the bruises and stuff that was all up on Kim's body, so I'm pretty sure that you could have told her. And I'm pretty sure that she would have agreed, like, you know what? If you would have been showing some type of whatever, she would have agreed to let you take that boy. She knew it wasn't going to be forever, but she knew that she was going to be taking care of him. And she would have allowed you to do so. But you didn't, I think, in my hardest of hearts, you wasn't ready to do so. I think that you were still fighting demons yourself, and I think that you were still very much scared of what could have happened to you. And I think that you thought as well that because she kept going back and forth to this person, that there was no hope for you, that she was going to get your guys basically what happened, you know, what almost happened to you and what did happen to her eventually. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be careful. You got to be better. And I think that, you know, the message was all wrong, and I think the messenger was all wrong. This ain't no, you know, well, the message was right, but the messenger, no. Both occasions are wrong on this scenario, and I see your son, I see that this is just going to push him further away, because this would have just made me pissed off. Like, I'm not even going to lie. Y'all drop a comment in that comment section. Let me know what y'all think about all of this, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next video respectfully.